Hi there. Welcome to the Gardens and Graveyards channel. Today we're going to make a flower arrangement with some white and orange flowers and foliage from the garden. I keep telling you that we're making this arrangement with the very last of the season's flowers. And then we get 3 to 5 days of sun after a bunch of rain, and we get another burst of beautiful flowers. So we have lots of flowers still in the garden, lots of snapdragons and dahlias mostly. These really are the last of my zinnias. I think I have 3 yellow zinnias left in the garden, and then but I still have lots of pink dahlias that are not looking in their prime right now, and it's gonna rain tomorrow, so I thought, you know what, let's just grab all the orange and white ones and see what we can do with an arrangement this week. So that's it's very fun, very exciting to have these beautiful flowers this late into the season. I'm super stoked about it. So what I want to do, because I wasn't really paying that close attention to what actually came out of the garden, I was just like trying to quickly grab things before it got dark. So I'll go through what I have, and then we'll just kind of put it together and see what happens. In my foliage category, I have some vermillionaire, which does have flowers on it, but it has a lot of foliage, and that's what I'm going for there. And then I have some Amsonia, which is this beautiful fall foliage, which I'm super excited about. And I even grabbed a couple of our sumac leaves. I don't know if these are going to make it, because what happens is by the time trees and shrubs have their fall color, they're about to lose their leaves, right? They're about to all fall off. So this is already looking pretty sad from just cutting it back, cutting those stems just a few minutes ago. So we'll probably not use the sumac leaves. But I think that the Ansonia and the vermillionaire is going to be a really fun structure, which we'll just kind of add in as jewelry later in the arrangement. We're going to start with our flowers, which isn't like the only way you can do things. A lot of times you want to start with your fillers and then add the flowers in. But because I don't have very many fillers, I'm going to start with my flowers. Because my dahlias can be a little sensitive and drop their petals, especially right now as everything's like just barely hanging on anyway, I'm going to start with my snapdragons and my zinnias, and then we'll put in the dahlias. So we have a really tall snapdragon, clearly not the right proportion. So we're going to bring it down and set this in the water this way. I don't have any floral food. It's fine. I don't expect these arrangements to last super long, because none of these flowers are necessarily in the prime of their picking state. Like, it's not the prime time. Although this snapdragon is kind of how you want to get your pincushion flower is being very needy. Okay. This snapdragon is kind of how you want to pick your snapdragons, where these top buds have not opened yet and they can open in the vase. I am going ahead and cutting all of them. Even if they're the right height, I kind of want to have fresh cuts. So that's important when you're making your arrangements. And then you want to make sure there's no foliage below the water line. This arrangement is going to be seen from all sides, so I kind of want it to be evenly spaced out. go ahead and put these pincushion flowers in. Aren't those so cute? These ones are much more orange in comparison to these ones, which are more like a cantaloupe color. Oops. You can see that using the snapdragons as sort of a frog where they're all interlaced is allowing me to have a more upright position with some of these zinnias. Oh no! Also, this one is on multiple branches. I'm going to put it in like that so that I can use it as a frog. Probably could have started with that one, but that's okay. Just go ahead and put her in here since she's fallen out. Okay. This pincushion. Okay. Sometimes I like to use green flowers. This is a pincushion flower that's not ripened yet, just to have some different kind of texture. Okay, then we've got some shorties. This is a geranium. And geraniums tend to turn real unsightly in the rain. So I thought I would grab her before the rain turned it to brown mush. Seeing something in here that I don't like the look of. So what I'm noticing is this stem has a little bit of brown on here. And because I've got this clear container, I don't want unsightly stems. Okay. I also have these little short dianthus. Oh, they smell so good. I'm just going to put them in a cluster together to the side here. And now we can start playing with our dahlias. Start with the orange ones. They're a little bit shorter. Alright, so then we can start in on, oh, I've got another couple more, okay. Just start spinning this guy around and seeing where I'm missing color. We've got this dahlia that's not fully opened yet. Right, now we're going to go in with the white dahlias. Start adding a little height here. Alright, then we've got these Gets Crazy dahlias that we grew. All of these dahlias we grew from seed, and this Gets Crazy is from a tuber that we grew. We just have 3 today. And we have 1 calendula that's maybe gonna open for us. I just thought it had like an interesting nodding head sort of texture. Okay, so then what I want to do is add in our vermillionaire, which has this nice upright structure, and we're going to let it be pretty tall. We're just going to kind of manipulate the branches in between flowers. This one's just a single. As is this one. Okay, then we've got this Amsonia that we're going to kind of tuck in there. All right, I think that's going to do it. We're going to not use the sumac. Okay, I think that's really sweet. It's like, it's fall, but it's fresh. It doesn't have those dark, moody textures and colors, but it lends to all those fall colors with the oranges and the yellows and the whites, and the white really elevates it into this very bright, lifted sort of emotion, just sort of airy and light and sweet. And then I took some of the Amsonia that's very upright. I bent one of the stems down to just bring the textures. We've got a few things pointing down. We've got this pincushion flower. We've got dahlias. We've got snapdragons that are kind of giving this weeping kind of look. It is a little bit more heavy on this side than it is on the back side, and that's okay because it's actually going kind of in a corner where you're going to see one side more than the other, but you do see the back from certain angles. So it's nice to have it fairly well rounded. I could maybe pop another white dahlia right here. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but I'm happy enough with it. It's just going in my house. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. Yeah, so there she is. Really sweet, fun, autumn, fall inspired, light and lifted flower arrangement. So I hope you enjoyed this Floral Friday, and I hope you're celebrating your life, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.